Friday afternoon, everybody. This is Grace, and in this video I want to talk about when you are wrongfully punished for something someone narcissistic did, and there was another party or parties that blamed you. Okay, you can see that in anything personal to some type of establishment, business. You know, the whole thing of, and that is like you can't fight City Hall. But I'm going to use that one. You can't fight City Hall. And I heard that from when I was a child, from my parents, and I'm pretty sure it came from them hearing it from their parents, kind of thing. But that was a different generation. And it was different back then. The consequences to trying to fight any kind of establishment, any kind of business even, or anything, was pretty high. And I have an example in one of my family members. My maternal grandmother, she was one to fight. She had been a nurse, and then she fought against a big issue. Anyway, she met serious consequences for trying to raise awareness. These days, we all, don't feel that. Many of us don't feel like there's a problem raising awareness against something that is truly wrong. Anyway, so I've had a situation recently, and I even did a video about it, where I was basically trying, it wasn't my purpose to go there to do that, but I was, felt like I was being bullied by some, an establishment, leave out what kind, let's just call it a business. And today, what happened was exactly what I expected, because I know, the thought is you can't fight City Hall because you'd be a fool to think, you could win something you're not going to win. And, but my generation, I think many of us have learned this thing. What I got in the mail today was a certified letter. I expected that to happen after the situation. That's what happens. And yes, they tried to, turn it to where they, I had said that I was going to end my association with them. Instead, they turned it around and said their corporate office, the person there sent me a certified letter saying they were going to end their association with me. So you see what I'm saying? They're going to turn it around. And the interesting thing about that now is that just the fact of them sending that letter, that stating that kind of thing, they did leave a window open though, or a door, but just by stating that, they might think it's turning it on me. But here's what my generation, where I was going to, is knowing that I'm not going to fix City Hall, kind of thing. It's not City Hall, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to fix it, but enough voices could make a change. Okay, they have a letter stating they're turning it around on me. Now, if they start having to do that more and more often, which I suspect they will, I even stated that when I ended my association with them, to expect more, because if this is the type of behavior, you're going to see more. So I was waiting for it in a way. Anyway, so my generation would say, I think my generation would say that more voices being heard brings about awareness, causes change to occur. So I might differ on that, and this is just my opinion. As I always say, I'm not trying to give anybody advice or suggestion, because one thing, dealing with something like this can be dangerous. In my parents' and my grandparents' era, it was, like I said earlier in this video, it could be dangerous. Not just, it could be financially costly, personally costly somehow, and it can be physically dangerous to the person to fight something big. In some places today, it's still, people feel it's too dangerous to fight against them. So I'm not telling anybody to fight. I tend to. Okay. But anyway, to sum it all up, they thought they were doing themselves something, but my opinion is, when you have somebody who's narcissistic, they eventually screw up so bad that somebody has to take notice. And the powers that be kind of thing, and say, well, we better check in, like in a business or something. We better check into this, because we're getting an awful lot of complaints, about the same thing. So I got it. Today's Friday the 13th. First thing in the morning, I got my dog started barking, and I looked out the window to see what was going on. Apparently my Doorbell doesn't work anymore. And it was, the certified letter. So, reading it, the whole window opening thing, that is important to me too, because it gives me the feeling, which it could be totally wrong, that they were starting to have a little bit of doubts. So they better leave that little window or door open, just in case. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. I don't know if I'll put this up anytime soon or at all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.